So I worked under the mentorship of Dr. Imran Ejaz, and we worked all summer to better understand Islam and philosophy and social media among the Muslim community, particularly the Shia community. And if you're not unaware, Shia community, the Shia, Shia just refers to a denomination of Islam. So the first thing we wanted to understand and know is, what do Muslims, particularly Shia Muslims, think about the compatibility between philosophy and Islam? And we asked our survey participants, in your view, is philosophy compatible with Islam? And the majority responded with yes, totally compatible, or yes, significantly compatible, roughly 80% of our participants. But we wanted to know why our respondents answered this way. And so we asked them to explain their answers. Some provided brief answers that recognized philosophy in the Islamic tradition. Some of the respondents said, for instance, we are commanded to seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. The brackets are my own, which is a reference to a saying or hadith by the Holy Prophet. Another respondent said, if they weren't compatible, why would the Quran repeatedly emphasize the act of tafakkur, or reflection, upon ourselves and the world around us? Or why would the Ma'asum, or the infallible being, say that tafakkur is worth more than years of worship? Other respondents gave us a more succinct argument for why they think philosophy and Islam are compatible, one of which was, observing our own thinking and questioning provides authenticity to deen, loosely translated as religion. The more genuine and authentic our thoughts and beliefs are, the more deeply rooted our faith is. Nothing should just be a given. Some may accept Islam or any religion without question, and that is great for some, but accepting the existence of God or a faith because of a line of reasoning they have studied and or questioned is more spiritual, deeply rooted. It should be encouraged to question. We then asked, we wanted to know what our Shia scholars have to say about using philosophy as a means for investigating one's faith. And some of them had very interesting things to say, but these are just a couple snippets of what our scholars had said. One of which said it is a useful tool for understanding truth. Another one, the third bubble on your screen, another scholar said, philosophy according to Islam is human reason, which the Quran has commanded we use. For Muslims, philosophy has a base in our literature, and some would be happy with revelation only or theology, but others would go beyond and use human intellect. Philosophy is totally legitimate to use for investigating one's faith. It is necessary for faith. And so as we can see, these data points were very promising to us because it showed the congruence and compatibility between what Muslims were thinking as well as what their scholars were saying. We also wanted to know, now that we knew that they thought that Islam and philosophy were compatible, what did they think about gaining information about both of these things through social media, and how were they interacting with it? And so we asked our respondents to select all the applications they use. Most of our respondents were Shia Muslims, and as displayed, the majority use Instagram and YouTube. And this might be very surprising to some of us, and why not Twitter, or why not Facebook, where you can type more in one post? When we asked our respondents if they used social media for Islamic educational purposes, roughly 80% actively sought the information. And so they're actively seeking the information, but what do they have to say about using social media as a means of acquiring information about Islam? There were three main responses. Some were either totally uncomfortable with the use of social media for Islamic educational purposes. Some feel hesitant about acquiring Islamic knowledge through social media, where special concern is given to where the knowledge is coming from. Many express concerns over the scholar or the author of the social media post, but the majority felt it was beneficial, and some claimed it even brought them closer to God, and it is their main source for learning. So no matter what we think, or whatever we might think about social media as Muslims or general public, it's important we come to this reality that we aren't just picking up books anymore. We are learning day to day, moment to moment, through every like and share. And so we need to face this head on as a community of faith. Thank you.